guys, and welcome to our Japanese garden escape. I'm Teresa, and today I will be working on this black pine. So what we want to do with this black pine is we want to basically keep it to the size and height as you can see now. If we wouldn't do any pruning at this point, the black pine would just grow to a tall proper tree. But we want to make a niwaki out of it. So niwaki means literally garden tree. So those are the trees, especially the black pines, you maybe know from pictures of Japanese gardens. So maybe you've been in a Japanese garden where you see these beautiful hat-like branches. These type of pines are shaped to. And this is what we're starting to do on this tree. So this is the first time we're pruning this tree. And what I will do today, I will prune all these new shoots, also called candles. And that's the first step. And in the second step, I will prune away some of the bottom branches because they are too low. And at least those will be pruned away this year. Let's start with the candles. So as you can see here, this is a Japanese black pine. And this is a 2-needle pine. What that means is you see needles, they grow out in pairs. So always two needles. And this little bit here, this is called fascicle. And this is how you recognize a Japanese black pine. Then you have how the pines grow. I'll explain you quickly. So here, this is the growth from this year. This is the new shoot, also called candle. And it has this one main shoot. And then it builds a side shoot. So the black pines, they typically build one main shoot and 2 side shoots. But it can, like this one here, down here, this is a typical new growth of the branches. But like you can see on this one up here, we have 1 main shoot, 2 side shoots, and here even a 3rd little side shoot. So it depends, there may also be 5. And what we want to do here with these candles, we want to shorten them in order to restrict the growth of the tree and to keep it or start to make it more compact and start to form these pads. So you can see on these candles that the needles are starting to open up, and this so now this is really the end of the period where pruning can be done. And what we will do, I will remove a part of that candle and maybe also remove the occasional side shoot to start to form this pad. Because if I leave that candle like so, then it will grow maybe even a bit taller this year. And next year it will build a new main shoot coming out from here and new side shoots around here. So then it grows way out of proportion. So this is what we're doing here. What is typically done in Japanese gardens, so gardens in Japan, I mean by that, they typically prune the main shoot completely away. This is also an option. And also will prune all other than 2 side shoots away. So this one has 3 side shoots, so I would prune this one away. This is what they would do in Japanese gardens. And then they do a second step in autumn time where they actually thin out all the needles. So this is not something I'm going to do today. I will just start with pruning those candles. To do that, I have tools with me today on my belt again. So to prune the candles, I'm probably going to be using the garden shears. This is one option. The other option is just to pinch them. So this is called pine needle or bud pinching. Because you can, as long as they're still soft, and this is just the right time now, they can be broken off with the fingers easily. But the pine resin that will start to come out is very sticky. So this is, first of all, why I will be wearing gloves today and probably work with more with the scissors than with my fingers. I'll see how it goes. That's this. And then later on for pruning, I have secateurs and also my saw to cut off any thicker branches. But this will do a little later. I will start with the pruning first. Okay, I'll put my gloves on and then we will start with that, and I'll show you a close-up of this one candle here. So what I will do, because this is the first time we're pruning this pine, and what this is supposed to do, as soon as you reduce the growth of this year, so by pinching those off, this is supposed to encourage a second flush of growth. This is why it has to be done between late spring and early summer. When this exactly is in the year depends on where you're located and on your local climate. So but because I have not pruned this pine before, I will not take out any main shoots for this year. I will just half them in size or shorten them depending on how big the side shoots are. Because I don't want to do too much this year on the pine because I do not know yet how this one will react. Okay, let's start with this one right here. And what I will do, I will actually leave all side shoots on this one, and I will pinch this one off. I'll try with my finger, see how it goes. And what is important to consider, maybe we can show that a bit closer here, is that you can see at the start of this new candle here, there are no needles coming out here at this point. So if I would pinch off here, nothing would happen. The entire branch could even die. So we don't want that. So where I want to cut this candle is where I have new needles coming out here, because that's the new growth and the new leaves of that tree, so to say. And this is why I will, when pinching, so I will hold with my fingers, I will do it like that way around, so I hope you can see that, to about the height where I want this candle to be. And comparing it with the side shoots, I want to be about here. So I hold here, and then I just grab the top bit and just break it off. You see? That's it. The earlier this is done, so as I said, this is borderline because the needles are starting to open up and the shoots are getting harder. So this has to be done before the new shoots turn into proper wood. If you do this even earlier in the year, so when the needles are still closed, then it's even easier. So they're very soft and they really break off easily. So it's still alright to do it with my hands, just to pinch them off. And this is what I will do today. So I will just go around here and do this basically on all main shoots, and some of the side shoots like this one here. Let's do that next. Let's do the main shoot first. I will hold it here, pinch the rest off, and you see the side shoots are quite long, so I'm gonna pinch just the top of these ones, like so. That's right. One advantage doing it pinching with your fingers instead of using scissors is that these needles here where I pinched off, they do not break. If I would use scissors, then you cut through those needles. Doesn't really matter so much, but they will probably turn brown because they're cut off. So this is why with this one we'll do it like that. Okay, this back here I'm gonna leave. This one here I will pinch the top off. Then next one is this one, so that side shoot is shorter than this one, so I'll shorten this one a little bit, and this one here as well. Again, here taking care that I do not shorten it where there are no needles, so I go a little bit further up and just break it out. And so this determines, you see it's already getting a bit hot, and this determines the new height. And hopefully what this should encourage is some back budding, so there may some new buds be coming out here, and over time this should grow into a pad-like picture or structure. Good, then I'll just keep going. One thing that is important to consider when pinching pine candles is that you see that branch, or this one here actually, has only one main shoot. So this one I pinched a little bit, but what could happen if you take the candle completely off, if you only have one main shoot, is that the branch could potentially die or die back. So this is why if I only have one main shoot, I just shorten it, if at all, depending on how long it is and how long I want it to be. But basically main shoots I only take out when I have several side shoots as well. Like for example this one, I left the main candle in here for now because I want to get it denser, but here I have 3 side shoots, so if I would take out this candle it wouldn't really matter for that branch. And one more thing, because I just saw a few little shoots here. So pines, they are supposed to build new growth from old wood. On this specific one I haven't really seen it that much yet, but if you look in here I can show you a few examples. Like here you can see this is a new, completely new shoot coming out from the old wood. Also here you can see like one fascicle, so just 2 needles. So this one is starting to back shoot here, which is really nice. I think this may be more seen or stronger seen in bonsai type of pines because they're pruned a lot harder, but for this one I'm actually happy to see that this is starting to do that too. Okay guys, I'm done shortening all the pine needle candles, and whilst I'm on the ladder here I just want to show you this here. So I was talking about before that in the second step I want to start to shape the tree, so that means I will take some of the unnecessary branches that we do not want in the final shape of this tree out. This year, as I said before, because that's the first time I'm pruning this tree and I want to see first how it reacts, I will not take out too many branches, but one that can definitely go. So basically one that speaks against the pad shape I want to create is this one here. You can see the rest of the branch is growing kind of horizontally and slightly bending down, and this is what we want, and then coming back up again at the other end like here. But that one here grows really straight up. So this is not the branch I want in the final structure of the tree, and whilst I'm on here I will just take this one out completely. And I will use my secateurs for that. They should be fine. And just do a clean cut here. At the very top I didn't prune any candles because we want the final height of the tree to be the height as it has now approximately. However, if I start pruning these candles, then these branches will stay short and they will most likely not bend down anymore. I do up here also want to create a shorter kind of branch with a pad, so kind of that goes into an overall type of overall shape at the top of the tree. So I thought for this year I will actually let these grow, hoping that from the next year they will start to bend down slowly, and then prune them from there, because the main shoot could always be taken out later on, but that gives me more room to play with the final structure of the tree. So that's why the top ones I didn't touch, and you see they are the strongest ones. You see how long they are, that's probably about a foot long or 30 centimeters, and so this will just stay as it is. Alright, the next let's have a look at some branches at the bottom of the tree which I want to remove. Okay, so looking at the overall picture of the tree, I for this year just want to take out some branches that are at the very bottom, because those branches for sure I will not use for the final structure of the tree. So looking at those here, we have this one here that I will remove, and I will do that with the saw actually, because they look a bit thicker. and probably on the other side that bottom one as well. So I'm just gonna go branch by branch and then always have a look in between how that looks for the overall picture. One here, and then I will walk over to the other side and take off this one here, this very low one, and also that one here and the one on the other side of the tree, and I will probably leave it at that for this year. Okay, next one is the one at the back of the tree here, goes very low. Let's pull that out. And what I try to do here also, I do a very clean cut, so as close to the main trunk as possible. Okay guys, so that's all the work I'm going to do on this tree for this year. This branch here you see hangs a bit low, so it's like drooping a bit too much, and this one will probably prop up or take a little rope and tie it to the main trunk to keep it in place to start shaping the tree. And I just took out some bottom branches for this year, as I said, because any other ones, there will be more to come out over time, but developing a tree like that takes a lot of time, and I want to see first how it reacts generally because it hasn't been pruned before. All right. That's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give us a like if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!